Hi friends, how are you? My name is Larissa Davila with Latino Arts, Culture, and Education, and I am happy to be with you today, especially because we have a very important topic. Today, we have an interview with Nora de Hoyos Comstock, who will explain to us everything that's got to do with the ACC Bond 2025, its details, and how it affects our community. Nora is a community leader, an entrepreneur, and a business leader. She's a pioneer in using social media to build online communities for Latinas, and she is the national founder of Las Comadres para las Américas. She served as the organization's volunteer president and CEO since its inception. She has a lot of involvement in the Austin community, and recently she has been elected for the 6-year term as the ACC Board of Trustees. In the past, she has worked in the Capital Area Workforce Development Board, in the Long Center for Performing Arts, Economic Growth Business Incubators, the Austin Chamber of Commerce, and the Austin Museum of Art. She serves as the secretary to the board of the Harvard Journal for Hispanic Policy and volunteers for many local and national projects. She has been recognized for her work in several organizations, and she has earned her Ph.D. at the University of Texas in Educational Administration, with emphasis on community college management, and a Bachelor of Arts in History with specialty in Latin America. Nora, welcome.
Thank you, comadre. It's wonderful to be here with you. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think it's such an important topic that we're going to share today, and I like that we're going to be able to broadcast this information both in Facebook Live. We're broadcasting right now in Facebook Live and YouTube streaming, and this video is going to stay online for the community to consult in the future, because we're gonna have the opportunity to vote on it, and we need to know how important it is and how it affects our community, our family.
Definitely, and we really need to understand that we're talking about the future.
Okay. We are. Absolutely, yeah. So you have a little presentation for us, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the slides up, and I'm going to leave it to you to give us all the information. And whoever has any questions, they can add it on the comment section, and we will be sharing with you as they come.
Yes, and if I don't know the answer, I'll get back to you. So make sure you leave an email address, because I don't know everything.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, comadre. Let me add the screen with the presentation for you now.
Thank you so much, comadre.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's all yours.
Thank you so much. 2022, this is a year where you're going to be hearing a lot about bonds, not only ACC bonds, but this is where I'm going to focus on today. And if you could go to the next slide. This is our board, and let's see, I'm the one in the red, right? But I won't be there next year because I'm not running again, and I can tell you all about that. But mostly I'm going to knock on your door and ask you, what can ACC do for you? And then I'm going to take you by the hand and make absolutely sure that we serve you, that we educate you and your family, and that you're able to have a sustainable lifestyle, and that you're able to pay the bills and do all those many things with the education and training that Austin Community provides you. Next page. Okay. Now, something that's really, really important is for you to know that next year we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. Can you believe that? I mean, we're really 50 years into community college work, and it has been an amazing experience, an amazing ride, and we have provided a lot of service to the community and grown a lot, and we've seen a lot of change. And I think we're at a time now where we are needing to serve a slightly different. In the beginning, it was academic. It was the 4-year degree. And slowly but surely, the people who have registered at ACC have become more mixed. It includes people that are doing workforce training. And that's as it should be, because our community has grown and we are needing to be prepared for that future. So there's been a lot of change and a lot of learning to do all over the country, all over the world, actually. And so here we are, 50 years later, celebrating basically success, but needing to do a lot more work. And I also want you to know that right now we have 11 campuses at Austin Community College. We hope to have 13, and you're going to hear some more about that as we go into the PowerPoint. But we're serving approximately 72,000 students on these 11 campuses, which are throughout our service area, and you'll see a map of them at the end of the presentation. We also have things that are called accelerators and incubators. Largely, these have been at our Highland campus. You know, it used to be Highland Mall. Now it's our Highland campus, and what an amazing facility. If you haven't been there, I encourage you to come visit us. I'd love to lead a tour, or at least get one set up for you and a group of friends to come see the amazing work that is being done there. The difference, the mall became something truly special for Austin. And there we have accelerators and we have incubators. An accelerator is actually, in this particular location, we have about 601 to 610 computers that are available for students to be able to come in and do their homework. There's also teaching that takes place. There are career counselors, there's other counseling, there's support systems for you of all kinds. These computers are accessible to you for your classes and homework, and anytime you need to use them, you can come to the campus. They're very accessible. And then the incubators are, and also these accelerators are in different parts. We also have them in other campuses. ACC, the one at the Highland Mall was the first one, but there are many others that we either already have or are planning, so that students have easy access to high-speed internet and computers. The incubators are places where small businesses that are growing their business in a particular industry, for example, biotech or fashion or manufacturing. These incubators allow these small businesses to rent space there and do their work before they're able to launch into a bigger experience. And they hire our students as interns. So everybody gets a really great deal, and our students learn these things and then are hired out immediately. So, you know, it's a really good deal. I'm excited about what goes on there. And then we also have, facilities. Let's see, I need my glasses. Sorry about that. We also have faculty that have real world experience, and not in our faculty are top notch. They really are as good as any place else. We have a lot of Ph.Ds, people who know that field. And then we also have many who come in with a real world experience to be able to teach you hands-on applications, as well as the theory that you need to know in order to do workforce programs. We also have open access institution. I'll come back to the next one. But open access means we're here for you. Okay, you want to come to Austin Community College, we'll figure out a way to get you here. If you're ready, we figure out what it takes to get you there, and we work with you until you're able to begin to take those courses that will allow you to get a certificate or a degree or whatever it is you want. You might only come to ACC to take one program or one class before you move on to the university level programming, or, you know, one course and you get a job and you don't want to do anything else. I hope you don't want to do that, because the future is all about being trained, learning new skills. But if that's what you want, that's possible. Now, I want to come back to critical need in bachelor's degrees, because we actually have the legislature has approved community colleges in various areas for 5 baccalaureate degrees, which means you can get a 4-year degree at Austin Community College in nursing, in software, manufacturing technologies, in cybersecurity. Not all of them have been approved. I think we're still working on the cybersecurity one, but we're ready to go. And they're only critical need. We cannot offer 4-year degrees in everything. We can only offer a 4-year degree in those market demand areas. So there are a total of 5, and right now we have done 4. Okay, next slide. And college cost. We're going to focus on cost, but I really want you to understand and to know that our instructors, our professors, the people who teach you are top notch. I'll put them up against anybody. Okay, so you need to understand low cost does not mean that you're not getting the top training and education. You are at Austin Community College, and our cost is $25.50 for the fall and spring semester. So it's actually for the year. and 10,000 at a public university and 34,000 in a private. Listen, if you want to go to a public or private university and you can afford it and you're ready, go for it. But Austin Community College is a way to get you in so many ways to help some of us, some of your children who maybe are not quite sure what they want to do. This is a place to get started, to explore, to see what college is all about, because we're not going to make it like not college level. This is college level work, and you are going to be prepared. That's our job, to prepare you. And then whenever you decide to go to a 4-year institution, you're ready to go. We transfer a lot of students to Texas State, to the University of Texas, to Southwestern. They go everywhere and they succeed. And so, think about ACC as a place to get started and soar. Okay, next one. And this is the 2014 bond, which you're going to learn a little bit more about below, I believe. We've changed the PowerPoint a couple of times. But the first one is the Rio Grande campus. And that campus was, Rio Grande, it was a high school, Austin High School, way back in the beginning. And so we maintained it historically accurate, nothing from the outside changed. It's all on the inside. So we removed all the old whatevers was there, and it's all new. And it's very, very modern facility where a lot of the software factory is from the Army. And also we have a lot of software and transfer programs in that place right now. Then the next one, I believe, is Elgin. And Elgin is our campus out in Bastrop area. And that's where we do vet tech and agricultural innovation. An amazing little campus. I love it. It is beautiful. There's birds everywhere. I mean, it's an agricultural campus, but we're also looking forward to upgrading it and offering other courses there. And I'll tell you more about that later. And then the other one is our Highland Mall facility. It's kind of the patio area and an amazingly beautiful building. The one down at the left corner is the one that's in Hayes County, and that's a lot of first responder training takes place out there, as well as regular courses. And we're going to be looking forward to providing health sciences out there. And then the next one, I don't remember exactly. Oh, it's San Gabriel. And so these are renovations. This is what things that we did with the bond. Okay, next one. Oh, and so there they are. I didn't have to memorize them. And that particular bond was $385 million. And now let's go to the next one. Oh, let's go to the next one. Okay. Oh, let's see. I'm still not getting to where I want to get. But there we go. That's the slide I want you. No, there's actually, we'll go here. Back to the one we just had. Okay, there we go. So the challenges that we are looking to meet today, believe it or not, they're quite different from the challenges that we met in 2014. That future kind of had a better trajectory than the future that we have today. I think we're all asking, what does the future look like? What is the training? What are the skills? What needs to happen? Well, what we do know is that it's fast growth, that a lot of companies are coming here. And they are, and they're bringing suppliers, because when those large companies come here, the people who supply them are also coming in and creating opportunity as well. So we're on a path to fast growth. What we want to do is make sure that the people who are here, before people who come from the outside, that homegrown talent, your children, my children, the people who live in Austin, that we make sure they're trained and ready to take advantage of this opportunity. It is absolutely imperative that everyone think about what that future means for you and get involved in education or training or upskilling, as they say, because if you took an entry-level job, there's an opportunity for you to move up. And so we need to upgrade those skills for you and upskill you and make it possible for you to move on to another job, and then somebody else come in and take the job where you are. Again, so we need to prepare an entire cycle of Austinites and Central Texans, really, to take these jobs because they're here. And we are very lucky, in many respects, very lucky to have them. There's also downsides to it. I know you're going to hear those anyway, and we know what many of those are, but it's here. we have got to take advantage of it and not lose the opportunity to prepare our community, our neighbors. And then, of course, the upward mobility. I just basically discussed that. So next one, please. So the challenges, okay? Every day you hear of new jobs. There's a lot of jobs open. And part of what we're experiencing is that people aren't quite ready for those jobs. So the training, the education is required in order to be able to move into those new jobs. Campus capacity, in order to be able to provide classrooms and materials, whatever you need in order to be able to learn about those, the skills that you need for those jobs, we need to have the campus capacity to be able for you to come in and learn those skills. And then we also need to provide support for you for success. If you get behind or something, you're not quite ready for that particular course, we need to have, and I mentioned earlier that we have this at the incubators, but also at career centers all over the 11 campuses, places where you can go and ask for support. Whatever it is that you need, we need to be there for you and help you do that. So next slide. So the workforce demands. We are now, the slide that we had before said that our unemployment was at 3.1%. Well, when they updated it, it's at 2.9%. So that means, again, our unemployment rate it's incredible. But they're 2.9%, and you probably know some of those people that are underemployed and or unemployed. And we need to make absolutely sure it is important to you and to me, to our families, that people have an opportunity to work, that they have the skills that they need in order to support their families. So right now we're looking at approximately 20,000 manufacturing jobs. That is just that's a lot of manufacturing jobs. The opportunities are here. Okay. And it's in manufacturing in all kinds of different areas. You get to choose. So if you come to ACC and we work with you on career training, we look at the possibilities, you get to choose. But there are places like Samsung, Applied Materials, Tesla, other large companies like that. And they have, entry-level wages, which are, at a 37,000 up to 45,000, I think it says. Wow, that's really small. It wasn't that small before. Is that something with my eyes? Probably me. I must have gotten older. And then in IT services, 25,000 jobs. Okay. The opportunities are here. You just need to say, I want to know more, and I want to get registered at ACC, and I want to see you registered at ACC. Okay. People who are hiring are Apple, Amazon, Wayfair, Google, and many others. I mean, really, there's a lot of people there. And when you come and you learn the skills, then you get to decide where you might want to go to work. There really is a lot of choice that you have about where you want to go, but you got to have the skills. If you don't have those, your choices become very limited. And then in healthcare, which we all hear about after COVID and really before COVID, but certainly with COVID, it just mushroomed. So we have approximately 12,000 jobs that are at Seton, at Baylor Scott and White, and other places. And all the doctor's offices and the labs, I mean, they really need healthcare individuals. So these are all the jobs. These are the opportunities. Next slide. Okay, the high demand programs. And for example, we're going to use advanced manufacturing. In 2021, our target was 2011, and we actually had nearly 400 jobs that we trained for. And then our target in 2022 is 576. I don't know what it's going to look, if we double it, it'll be 1,000. So, here we go. There's a lot of opportunity. Health sciences, there's 9%. In computer science and technology, it's closer to 3%. But fast track careers, and that is our workforce programs, 67%. That's welding, HVAC, plumbing, house building. I can't think of what to call house building, construction. That's it. Construction, all those many things, 67% growth in those jobs. Now, of course, you need to remember that when you're in the particular industry, when the project is finished, that job goes away. That's why I say to you, well, it doesn't really go away. You have to go find work someplace else. It could still be in construction. It could be in anything you want. But that's why it's extremely important that you think of education as continuing. Education is one of those things that really, believe it or not, for the rest of your life, we're all going to have to continue to keep up our education, because I think there's less people being able to retire today. Okay. You have to keep working to an older age. So you know what? Decide what career that's going to be. Don't let market forces and all of this decide for you. Be ready. Be learning new skills. Be involved in your education so that you can be marketable and find jobs you want. At least that's what I'm hoping for you. Okay, next slide. And so this is what we see in population growth for Central Texas. Hays County, down at the bottom of the map, you see a little kind of a Italy-shaped boot there, and that is the Hays County area, or South Central Texas. Okay, it's down there, South Austin and Hays County. So there it is. It's really a big area that is just growing by leaps and bounds. And then, of course, the north has explosion. And so Round Rock, Leander, Cedar Park, all of these areas are growing hugely. And most of our campuses are in the central part, in that white area that you see. Our campuses are there, with the exception of, I believe, Hays is a little bit further down, and then Round Rock up in here, and then Leander and Cedar Park are growing, again, by leaps and bounds. Okay, next one.
Which are the little stars, right, comadre?
The little stars are the campuses.
Yeah,
that's where the campuses are. I can't see the little stars. Sorry, comadre. But yes, those are where our campuses are located. Okay.
Yeah.
And part of that, to really to bring it home, is that the one southeast, that southeast campus it's not there at all, right? It's something that the bond would allow us to build. And it's a campus, a workforce campus, where we're going to be teaching automotive, HVAC, all the many things that are tied to manufacturing will be not only there, but that campus is very specifically called a workforce campus. But we will have academic courses there as well, and offer whatever is needed there. But that's our workforce campus. And the other one is Pinnacle, which will be a new campus. It's been there. Some of you remember that, 12-story building that's southwest. And that campus was closed because it couldn't support the students anymore. I mean, it was a dangerous facility. So we closed it. We moved all the programs someplace else. But our goal is to build an entirely new facility for students and for that part of our campus, where we hope to have the type of training that is appropriate, that people need and want in that area. Okay. And so here we go. District-wide, some of the services that we know need to be offered. Okay. And we've kind of known this. Childcare is it's a difficult thing to offer. You want to offer childcare, but what does it need to look like? Okay. I mean, it's like, does it need to be a lab school where the kids come in and it's kind of like a school? Do we have drop-in? What does it look like? What do the students need? And you need to remember that campuses are dynamic. If a population moves to a different area and the people who are left there don't have children, then the childcare needs are very different. They may still be there, but they're going to be different. So you need to be on your feet, dynamic, ready to serve what needs to be served in terms of childcare. There's also vouchers that we could provide for people who are needing to provide childcare closer to their home, or whatever they need. We need to be able to support it, because moms cannot go to school or to work without childcare, and neither can dads. So families need childcare, and we need to figure out what that mix looks like. And what you need to know is we're on it. Okay. It is on our mind, top of mind, trying to figure out what does this look like. And we're asking you to help us support that search in doing the right thing at each of the campuses, because we do have 11 campuses where something needs to be done. Right now, 11, it'll go to 12. And then I'm going to go to campus clinics, because I'll talk about HighFlex in a minute. campus clinics are students get sick, right? Just like everybody else. And they skip classes and they drop out of school. Well, we don't want that to happen. So we want them to be able to come to those campuses, because if they drop out, wow, now they have debt, even though it may not be a whole lot of debt for somebody who has a low income and is not certain about their income. $2,500 is a lot of money, or $1,500 is a lot of money. So we don't want you in any kind of debt if we can help it. We want to make sure that you stay in school, you finish your education, and you get a job, or stay in school and continue it. Hopefully you get a job and you stay in school, because that's going to help you to secure a future. Secure being like, to the best of your ability.
And just having that the peace of mind that if anything happens, you can go there and they will help you, right? It
Right.
removes the stress from your everyday life as well.
That's right. And at least there's a start, right? You can go in and they can say, you have a sore throat, and let's say, here's what we've got. Try this, and let's, whatever doctors say these days, or nurses, or whatever it is that ends up being at a clinic. But we also want to connect with Central Health and the MAP and the MAP's Basic to make sure that the people on our campus know that that's available, and help them apply for those services, because they're really critical. Really critical. So that's a campus clinics. And then High Flex Classroom, it's technology based. Okay, you and I see each other in little squares right here. Well, one of the things that High Flex Classrooms, and there won't be a lot of the cameras available, but basically they will be able to get closer to see the hands-on work, because workforce programs require that you be in class. There's very little you can do on a workforce program that's going to be on Zoom. You've got to be in who wants an electrician that learned it on Zoom, right? It ain't going to work. I don't want it that way. They need to be in there doing their work. Teachers need to see what they're doing, instructors, and help them learn. That sort of thing requires hands-on. You have got to come to the campus. If you don't have a campus, you're not going to learn this. So that's and High Flex Classrooms will allow students to possibly, a mom with a sick child can log in and be able to see her class, and she'll see what the students are doing with their hands. She won't be able to do it, but she's got an idea of what's happening. So she's learning. And then when she comes to the classroom, it's not like, I have no clue what to do. She does have a clue. And so High Flex Classrooms, and it's all technology based. So that's all I can tell you about them. But I understand the concept, and we're hoping to be able to provide that for students who find themselves in those situations. Okay. Next slide. So this, I can't even read it. So it's little bitty. So basically this provides information on each of the campuses and what's going to happen on those campuses. So I can, probably tell you a little bit about each one of them, but
I'm going to try and make it larger for you. Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to remove my, and then let me see if it looks better for you. Does it look larger? Does it look better?
Yeah. I think I can do it. I'm gonna have to get a little closer. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I got older, and my eyes just didn't. They got older with me, unfortunately. Okay, so here we go. Southeast Campus. This is what we're looking at. $200 million for that campus alone. And it's going to be a state-of-the-art campus for advanced manufacturing. I basically told you all of that, including welding and technical and building construction and general classrooms. So that's that one. Totally brand new, state of the art. I think it's going to be really exciting, because automotive technology at this point is just exploding. In Mexico, there's a lot of work happening all the way to Austin. So you can see a corridor of a lot of technology around automotive that is just like in the future. So then Hayes County, which is also south. This one is health sciences. And so we'll have classrooms and we'll have nursing program, because there's a lot of hospitals and clinics that are being built to serve the populations that are moving into those areas. Pinnacle Campus, again, I think I've mentioned that it's going to have general education and, pardon me, and health care, maybe some health care. Again, we're working on that one. We're not exactly sure what's going to be in that campus, but we know that what people have asked us for, and we need to have the building, computer science, as well as business and health. Okay. And then we have the Riverside campus, which is going to have $10 million in its expansion of student services. We're also doing a lot of training out at Riverside right now for Tesla, and they've actually helped to create upgrade those buildings and brought in equipment so that we can teach the students so that they're ready for that. And what's the next one? I can't see it.
South Austin.
South Austin. Okay. That's a little campus, as you all know. I call it landlocked in the sense that there is absolutely no affordability in anything that might be for sale in that area. So we can't take advantage of that. So the only things that we can do in South Austin is wherever it is we already have something is to upgrade it and to look at what's possible there in terms of, but we're going to do more around student services, of course, childcare, and student health care services as well. Okay. Then the next one, Rio Grande. We're looking at putting $40 million into Rio Grande. And one of those things is we're doing more around the cybersecurity and software and building up those programs to take advantage of the fact that we've got the software factory there, and with the military, there's the software factory. I can't remember, the Army Futures Command is there. And so we're just going to really increase the computer science program and the cybersecurity. That's the current plan. And then at Highland, we still have work to do at Highland. And so we're going to advance manufacturing, entrepreneurship, and cybersecurity. And Highland just, it's a campus that needed a lot of work when we purchased it, and it's all being gutted out, and we're making sure that everything that's in there is in good shape for the programs and the people that will be there. And that's what we continue to do at Highland. We still have all the Foley's area and other other companies that were there. Those are the areas that we need to redo. But I invite you to come see the campus. It is an amazing facility where we are doing the culinary arts, where we're doing radio, television, film, the manufacturing. It's just a campus that is very, very highly utilized with the programming. Then the other one is Eastview campus. And at this point, we've got $15 million in Eastview, and its expansion of health sciences and student services, childcare, student health services, and I can't see that one, modernizing the campus.
Yeah.
Modernizing the campus. And Eastview, it's one of our older campuses, so it also needs upgrading.
And it's a beautiful campus. And then the other one, it's Elgin, $25 million.
Okay. Elgin is, as I mentioned earlier, our agriculture and veterinary science program, but it also needs the cyber, it needs computer science and welding manufacturing programs. Another really big thing to think about for Elgin is Samsung is putting in an entire chip plant out there. So there's going to be a lot of training needs that they have and education needs. So that area will expand considerably. Okay. And that's pretty much, North Region, Round Rock. It's exploding. So we've got expansion of skilled trades, advanced manufacturing, and still health services, health sciences. We continue to have that need. Cypress Creek, again, this is the north area. We're looking at 80 million for, right? That says 80? Yeah, yes. 80 million, and then Northridge at 15. But Cypress Creek is an expansion of cybersecurity and increase overall campus capacity, because basically there's going to be a lot of, some TV a company that sells products on TV was going to have 1,000 jobs with phones, people answering phones and doing all kinds of work. So there's just a lot happening out there. 1,000 jobs is a lot. So there's just a lot that needs to be done to prepare that area for the businesses and manufacturing and whatever is happening there. And then the Northridge campus, that again is one of our older campuses, and we're doing 15 million there. And we have got continuing education, student services, childcare, modernization of the campus. A lot of our continuing ed programs are going to be going in there, and I'm really, really thrilled because continuing ed did not have that space before, but now they do, and I'm really thrilled because it is the entry for so many of the community into these new jobs.
Absolutely. The
Okay.
bottom one is San Gabriel with 30 million.
Okay, and it says here that we're going to do skilled trades and advanced manufacturing.
Absolutely.
And basically, now this to me is no increase in tax rate. Well, your taxes are still going to go up. That's the rate. We're not increasing the rate because we don't need to, because the valuation of the property keeps going up. But the impact, and I think this is really, really important. I use these numbers all the time. It's a maximum after 5 years is going to be $25. But let me break it down to you year by year. The first year, you would pay 47 cents a month. Okay. Up to $5. 47 cents a month is what the first year impact is. The second year, it would be 83 cents a month. The third year is $1.25. The fourth year is $1.67. And the fifth year is 208. $208. That's the increase in the tax rate. And what I ask myself, and I ask you to think about, is your education, your children's education, your training, in order to be able to take advantage of the job opportunities that are here, of the lifestyle changes that are possible with a better education and a better job. Is it worth to you 47 cents a month for the first year, 83 cents for the second year, 125 the third year, 167 fourth year, $2.08 the fifth year per month? Is it worth it to you? Yeah. I hope that you will say yes. I believe in Austin Community College. You all know that I ran for trustee because I wanted to see you and your children, all of our community, taking advantage of that opportunity if they wanted to. I want to make sure it's available to you and to my great-grandchildren and to others, to all of us. I would like that for you. And I ask you to think about it.
Thank you, Nora. We really appreciated that you took the time to do this for us and to explain to us what it would take. And honestly, it is something that would make a big difference. It is right now making a big difference for community members. I know a lot of my friends are going to the English classes, to the business development classes, and it does give them the security. And as a business owner, you need all this. You need to have the support of institutions that will guide you through the hoops and loops that are, whether it is accounting, sales, social media. You said a little bit ago the culinary program and all that, and then trying to expand and offer childcare services. It's a game changer, right?
Yeah, to give us. I just want to open doors, okay? And I'm going to ask you, tell everybody, even if, I hope you will vote for the bond, but I hope you will tell your neighbor, people on the bus. We're always talking to each other. I don't know about you, but I can't sit quietly any place, and invite them to look at a future and to get started at Austin Community College. And it's the beginning of a journey that we've dreamed about. It's the American dream. How do you get the American dream? Through a good job, being able to build wealth for yourself and your family. And it starts with a good education, and then continuing that training and that education to support your family and yourself, and hopefully have more than that. It is a new world today. No guarantees on anything, but that's what it takes to get started.
Absolutely. Well,
and we want to take you by the hand and help you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for all this information. And for if anybody's joining right now, I see there's a couple of people right now with us. If you just joined and you want to see the whole presentation, it's going to be recorded here in the Facebook page of Latino Arts, Culture, and Education. And it's going to be also at the YouTube channel. So if you want to look back and get the information, or if you have any questions, is there any way that they can reach out to you in case they have any questions, comadre?
Absolutely. It's Nora.Comstock at austincc.edu.
I'm gonna put it up here so that if anybody wants to reach out to you, if they have any questions, they can do so. So the email is
Nora, there you go. Yeah, you got it.
nora.comstock at austincc.edu. So if anybody has any questions and would like to inquire, they can just reach out through an email and get all the information.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And
Thank you.
I hope you will join us.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you everybody who joined us today. Bye-bye.
Bye.